I feel like I'll still try and pick up parties, like...
Yeah.
Because it's not hard, and I seem to have a bunch of friends that were... not a bunch, but I had a few friends playing the beta, and I imagine I'll have some friends playing
ready
the
to
thing.
go.
So like, I'll pick up some friends.
Hey, maybe, and if any listeners are playing, we could all jump in together.
Yeah, we could. I don't really talk to people.
Yeah, I get, like, I don't always like to... Even when you and I are playing together, sometimes I'm like, I don't feel like talking. I've been at work all day, like, I just want to play. And
So sometimes... No, like, we'll start a party, but we don't say anything unless it's needed to be said.
It's just knowing you're there on the other end.
So look, we might add you to a party. You might join the party of your own volition, but we may not speak to you with words.
I will, actually. No, if it was like someone, like, I would definitely make the effort.
Look, Geodude, Jace, you may be the exceptions.
There's others.
There's others.
You know.
About 4 more, maybe. No.
we're all friends here.
No, look, if you want to talk, we'll talk.
All right.
Maybe.
Unless you're sick
No
of our
guarantees.
voices.
Just don't be offended if I don't talk to you.
All right.
Because I'm a bit of an introvert that way.
Govinda's also wildly racist and homophobic.
Yeah, so if you're Hispanic, Asian, or black, don't worry.
Oh,
No,
God.
Totally kidding.
We love everybody.
You're all welcome.
Last September, South African retailer Raru listed a Bioshock collection set for current-gen consoles, only to end up taking the listing down when it made the news. We dismissed it as a rumor at the time, but if a recent entry on the Brazilian rating board is anything to go by, Bioshock The Collection is actually a thing, and it's coming to the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and PC. As of this writing, the listing still appears on the rating board's website. But 2K has yet to provide an official statement. It's also unclear when the collection is set to release. Hooray.
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 But like,
I'd play them all again, for sure. I'd platy it. I'd platy fucking everything.
No, see, you know what my problem is with this, right? Not with them coming out, but with you and you're like, I'm going to platinum them. The platinum for Infinite is not a quick platinum. The platinum for the first Bioshock is even harder. Because you've got to
looked.
You've got to do it without Vita chambers at all on hard.
It's pretty bad.
It's really difficult.
That's pretty bad.
So you get checkpoints. I think you just have to reload your checkpoints.
Can't you just save wherever you want? Oh, I played it on, like, I got Bioshock 1 for PC the other day, and I just, like, fired it up. But it's probably not like that.
Yeah, maybe you can. You might be able to.
Yeah. By the way, quick shout out. I love Trails of Cold Steel. You can just save anywhere.
Look, okay, cool.
It's fucking great.
You just really, that's not relevant.
And I went on record today and said that it's as good as Persona 4.
No, you actually said better than Persona 4, and then I pointed out the 4-year gap
I said elements of it are
in the release
better.
date of these games, and how
Elements of it are better than Persona 4. Namely,
I can ride on a horse.
the battle system and the music.
Look, the battle system I don't understand fully because I only played it for like 20 minutes, but it seemed chaotic, and I didn't really know what was going on. But I do like that you can move around. And
I love that.
Yourself.
Just completely derailed it for that.
No, it's fine. So and you think you're going to just go out and platinum all these Bioshock games as more games are coming out that are more important for you to be playing for the podcast.
Look,
I think
Govinda,
you're pushing us aside.
You've sort of done,
and we
me
don't
here.
appreciate it.
I sort of threw it out there. I would like to think that I would try, but in all fairness, I'd just like to play them all again.
Sometimes I just feel like I need to call you out on your bullshit.
It's fair. The listeners don't know that. They don't know about the bullshit.
Yeah.
Or maybe they do.
Yeah,
21 episodes in.
Kale's classic revisionist history. This game is so good. It's so good. I hate this fucking game.
It's better than Persona 4.
In 3 weeks, it's going to be the worst game he's ever played.
So, like, you're telling me you wouldn't play Infinite again?
No, I'd actually, if anything, I would play the first one again.
See, I'm interested to play 2 again.
2...
I never
Not
got to
for
the
the
DLC.
story, but the gameplay in 2 is arguably the best.
And you got to imagine that all of these come with all the DLC.
Yeah,
and
yeah, you would tell me the TLC. Oh my god,
That's TLC.
The Tender Loving Care DLC is some of the best.
It's actually Minerva's Den, but yes, apparently, like it always, whenever IGN does a top 5 DLC list, it's
Minerva's
usually
Den
on there.
pops up. Cool.
Yeah, so I think that's interesting.
Cool. Now, bear with me. I don't know. Bear with me. Ken Levine.
Yeah, I know him.
You know him.
Yeah.
He's the mastermind behind said Bioshock games.
Yeah. Is he like the writer? What does he do?
He was the game director, I believe.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I haven't heard from him in a while. Have you?
Wasn't he doing something else?
Yeah, he made his own studio, I think 2K or whatever studio they were with. Was it 2K?
Yeah, it's 2K.
I think they kind of just dissolved. And he opened up his own independent studio.
Interesting.
Or did he? Who knows? But I haven't heard about him in a while. Or
No.
I haven't heard about anything about Bioshock for a while. So is this a precursor to another Bioshock or Ken Levine game?
That'd be amazing. I'm so ready for another one.
Is it time for Ken Levine to show us what he's been working on for these?
It doesn't even have to be a Bioshock, just something in that same vein.
Well, see, it's the reason why I'm thinking it's like a 2K game or another Bioshock, maybe by a different developer,
Yep.
is because it's Bioshock Collection, and Ken Levine, as far as I'm aware, does not work
For
that
2K
company
anymore.
So I don't know. I feel like there's something here. It always seems to be that when the collections come out, something's happening.
Yeah.
Like, we all know that when Shadow of the Colossus and Eco HD remasters came out, they wanted The Last Guardian to be coming out that year,
Yeah.
but they fucked it.
They did fuck it.
So it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm more excited for that than the actual games themselves to come out.
Interesting. We'll keep an eye on the situation.
But keep your ears strapped here. Find out more.
Govinda. BioWare wants to know if people are interested in playing a tactical Dragon Age game, a la Fire Emblem or XCOM.
Sorry, before we continue, 2K published, Irrational developed.
Oh, okay.
Irrational games.
Thank you for that.
That's okay.
We should be
thought
better
of
about that.
We should.
But
I'm so sorry.
you cut me off. You
I think
small man.
I think Irrational's still around. They just downsized drastically.
Yep.
So
Who knows?
who knows what's coming?
Who knows?
Sorry, let's start that again. Continue, Lord Kale.
Oh, thank you. So, Dragon Age executive producer Mark Darrah took to Twitter and asked players directly via a poll if they'd like to play Dragon Age Tactics, with options including a simple yes, a no, only on PC, and only on mobile handheld. As of this writing, majority of the respondents have opted for a yes. Responding to a user who wondered if the game would have Fire Emblem-style romance/companionship, Darrah said, quote, likely, end quote. How do you feel about that?
That is pimp.
That'd be cool.
That'd be really cool, because Dragon Age Inquisition.
I was thinking today, like, I'm not going to, again, this is the Kale talking out of his ass. I was like, I really liked that game, and I always wanted to play the DLC, Jaws of Harkon, but I'm not going to do it. It's too big.
It's too big. That's
It's
exactly,
way too big.
It was...
And
There's a point with games that are just too big.
And I didn't even finish that. Like, I loved it. I played it a bunch.
I just don't have the time for a 90-hour RPG anymore.
I do. It's called Trails of Cold Steel, and I love it.
No, but that's different because it's on a Vita and you can kind of just chip away at it as you go.
It's my bedtime game.
Whereas, like, doing what we do with the podcast now,
And our real lives.
and I've got a life and a girlfriend and jobs and I do things.
I have a cat.
I don't have time to dedicate to one game if I want to keep this podcast somewhat interesting. You know what I mean?
And it is interesting.
It better be.
It's amazing, in fact.
Because look, we can let's
Oh god, he's having a stroke.
let's not forget that we talked about for Fallout 4 for just too long.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to talk about Fallout again.
Every episode,
It just has to happen.
21 straight.
It dominates us.
But I don't want to just talk about one game forever, and I can't play lots of games when I'm committing to like a 90-hour plus game.
Yep.
So that's why that's I think partially why Fallout 4 felt like such like a weight off my shoulders when I finally platinumed it.
Yeah, it kind of did.
Which
You're
is like, oh, okay, that's done.
yeah, get it out of there.
And then I just played a bunch of like adventure games.
Well, yeah, that'll be cool. We'll keep our ears down and our eyes
Forward.
listening. Yeah. At a dice panel today, Fallout 4 game director Todd Howard revealed that Bethesda Game Studios has 3 projects in the works, which are different than anything they've done before. Quote, we actually have 3 kind of long-term projects we're doing that are all... We'll talk about them at a much future date, but they're different than anything we've done before, while also being a Bethesda-style game, big and crazy. In many ways different than things we've done before, end quote. First up, though, Bethesda will be finishing up the Fallout 4 DLC, mod support, and survival mode overhaul. Sticking with Fallout 4, Howard also revealed that there are secrets people have yet to discover. He didn't go in depth about what they are, only saying one of them is on a terminal. Howard previously said Bethesda has lots of ideas and the team like to make big games, so they don't plan on making anything small. This comment came a few days before Bethesda Game Studios Montreal was formed to expand their development capabilities in console, PC, and mobile gaming. How do you feel about that?
I think that's pretty chill, though. Like, I really hope they need to have a look around the game space now and maybe take some cues from, I don't know, CD Projekt Red or Kojima.
Yeah, that's right.
These crazy, massive open world games that
things are different now. Like
work and feel, I don't know, modern.
Yeah, you could definitely... Like, Fallout 4 was great, and we really shouldn't get into it too much, but Metal Gear just felt... Even that, like, it's still a pretty empty world, but it was way more alive.
No, not empty, you look at those character models in Fallout.
Yeah,
and like,
they gotta update that.
It's just not... It's not cutting the mustard anymore.
And, like, enemy AI...
Yeah.
They just run at you. Like, Metal Gear shit, like, it's like they actually think a little bit.
Yep.
There's something going on there.
So, look, I hope I'll probably like it.
And also, I think we've spoken about this, but I'm pretty done with the Elder Scrolls. I just don't care.
I really hope they don't do one again, if I'm being honest.
And they will, because they sell so many copies. Hopefully, like,
Well, they said they've got 3 projects in development, so I assume one of them's got to be Elder Scrolls 6.
Tamriel Online, like, tanked, didn't it? Pretty bad.
I don't know numbers on it. I don't hear anything about it.
No one talks about it.
No one talks about it. I'm sure there's still a little bunch of people that still play it, but I don't really give a shit. I do wish Star Wars The Old Republic would come to console, but that's neither here nor there.
That would be cool. I'd be so
I would
down.
play that, but that's just because it's Star Wars.
We love Star Wars.
Yeah, hopefully they're working on something cool, and hopefully this is
something new.
That's what I want. Something new. I want 2 new things, and maybe you can do Skyrim on the side, but I probably won't bother. Or Elder Scrolls.
We'll see. If they come out and it's like the Skyrim reveal trailer, like, yeah, that was kind of a big deal.
I think I need to, like, temper my Bethesda expectations.
Yeah.
Because let's not forget the dragon debacle of Skyrim.
Yeah.
Where you're like, whoa, fighting a dragon. Like, for the first maybe 10 levels, you're like, oh, this dragon's gonna fucking fuck me up. And then you realize that all you need is a bow and a couple arrows. and
then there's just spells. Too many. You're like, oh my god.
You're running around and you see one, you're like, oh, I don't have the time for this.
Yeah,
like,
you're annoying, actually. You're not scary.
There were just too many. So hopefully, I'd like to see something new, something different.
Yep, that'd be cool. And
new IP.
You know, like, it's gonna be a solid RPG no matter what happens.
Better be. Don't fuck with me.
I would definitely hope so. Here we go. Released in March 2015 for PlayStation 4, Axiom Verge will hopefully be getting its long-awaited PS Vita version soon, Govinda. I know how much you want this. In a new status update from the developer, they explain that Axiom Verge is ported to PS Vita and it runs and is playable. This is the biggest hurdle in a porting project, and it means their focus is now on cleanup, polish, and bug fixing. Since most issues are just a question of implementing each feature or isolating a few bugs, and many will be tackled in parallel, Axiom Verge for PS Vita is in the home stretch and shouldn't be too far away. Quote, I'm extremely tempted to share our internal target dates for completion, but I'm going to restrain myself from doing so, since I don't want to fail to meet expectations and continue to disappoint those of you who have been so patient and supportive. However, I'm very comfortable in announcing that we're in the home stretch. It's everyone's top priority and we're getting closer every day. Thank you all for your continued patience and support. End quote. Axiom Verge includes cross-buy, so PS4 owners will get the Vita version for free once it's released.
Oh, that's dope.
That's nice.
Verified cost, but better be. I would have been spewing if they were charging us again for that.
I kind of saw this and I was like, It's been a long time.
It's been a year.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
So if that wasn't cross-buy, I'd be pretty upset.
I was thinking about it though. Like, I played a bit the other day. And, I